My second year Loc'versary. In this video, you'll see a lot of pictures with my hair. So this is one of the last pictures of my loose natural hair. Here are two pictures of my loose natural hair before I started to lock my hair. It was on this day in 2019 that I realized that I wanted to start locking my hair. I was attending the funeral of my BFF and I just knew I wanted to start locking my hair. I do have my lock journey documented, but I did want to just pop on and show you some pictures that you may or may not have seen before. I started my hair myself and I thought I could do it, but I just could not get the parting space right. This was my inspiration, you know, those faux locks that Denise Huxtable had. I just could not get the pattern right. So 2020 came in. We did not know what we were in for. I started my hair over a couple of times with two strand twists. These were pretty good, but there were just certain spots in my hair where the lock, the parting space just wasn't right. But I love the look of it. And I just didn't think the foundation was strong enough or perfect enough to sustain the actual styles maybe or whatever. But I just know now, fast forward, trust the process. It was going to lock regardless of the parting, but I wanted to have a good parting foundation system. And so you could see that it was kind of janky here and there. It was like, okay. So I went to a braid shop, the African braiders, and I let them give me the, what is it, the box, whatever. I got the 49 two-strand twist. Now, had I known, I would have kept these in and just kind of split them. This is what I gave her. I showed her, this is the grid I want. She gave me exactly what I wanted, but it just was not enough. And so I went fast forward to some more braiders, and they actually gave me box braids with extension hair that I did not want. And you can see it looks like my face is tight because the braids were extra tight. I did not have what I wanted, but I figured, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy it. Because by this point, I was frustrated with not getting the style I wanted, not being able to find a loctician to help me. And so I just began to enjoy the box braids from January up until, I think, March of 2020. And so in that process, I was buying a lot of makeup and enjoying planning makeup. Messed around and caught the flu in 2020. That's what they were calling it. Now, I don't know what it was, but that was in early 2020. But yeah, I was enjoying makeup, enjoying the extended hair because I'd had loose natural hair for a long time, but it was just something different having longer hair. I love the side pony, love it. That's still one of my favorite styles of my locks, just having it, you know, to the side. So I just took a lot of pictures when I had the box braids in, and I liked the length of it. I always knew that I would end up locking my hair at some point, but I didn't know exactly when. But I had fun with the set of box braids. At this point, we were going on spring break, and they had extended it after this lady showed up to pick up her kids with the flu that was going around. Child, okay, so spring break was extended, and all of this is relative because that is when I was starting my lock journey. Got another message from my school. Everything gonna be closed now until April the 6th of 2020 because we didn't know what was going on. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I counted my box braids, and so if you know me, I started my locks from the box braids. During this time, we were in club quarantine. The shelves were sparse in the stores with food, so we started getting the Hello Fresh box, and we enjoyed that for a long time. So it was around this time that I started taking down my box braids in order to put two strand twists in. I'm figuring, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. I am going to start my own locks since I know I got a decent parting system. So as I took down the extension hair, I added, took that out. I did not use those lock tools ever. And so this is day one of my April 4th, 2020 commemorative to Dr. Martin Luther King beginning of my lock journey. And so I was very, very happy with it. I had longer hair at that time, and so my hair was looking kind of stringy. but still working from home, enjoying the peace and solitude and the insanity of it all. loving my hair. This is a picture of my big chop from 2007. That's my last relaxed hair picture. And fast forward, I was about to start my locks. At that point, another random picture with my side pony puff afro. I enjoyed my natural hair journey, and I love this picture here. It was just like one of those week one of my Loc Journey photo, and I loved it. Again, like I said, I was kind of enhancing myself with makeup because I wasn't sure what this journey was going to be. I still felt beautiful, but I love makeup anyway. And so this was month one of the Loc Journey. My hair was beginning to change, and I started early on in my Loc Journey of experiencing some things that I did not think would happen, which was the budding and the bunching and all of that. And nobody believed me until they started to see my hair transform. Now, I did go through some phases, as you'll see. That's like May 2020 when my hair was beginning to change, and it was no longer, you know, that long hair started to shrink and compact and do all those things. That was probably the crazy phase, but believe it or not, I actually enjoyed the process. Maybe it was easier because we were at home and I didn't have to worry about people asking me, what are you doing with your hair? What's going on with your hair? So it didn't feel awkward to me at all because I just loved the way my hair was looking at that time. And again, being home may have made it easy, but I did what everybody who has ever had locks said to do, and that was to trust the process. And that is the greatest piece of advice that I could give anyone. Once again, I knew on this day in December 2019, that it was time to start my Loc journey, because sometimes people have reasons for starting their locks, and sometimes it's just a spiritual thing, sometimes it's something that happens in their life, but sometimes it's just, you just know. And so it's a real perfect storm for me to start my journey. And this was August of 2020, and again, my hair was changing, but we were still at home, and I was just loved the way my hair was shrinking and compacting, and I was loving the side style, and you know, just doing little with it, but still loving it in the meantime. I just really, really love the process. I did start to practice trying to wear a little scarf in case we went back to work. This is when I tried the head wrap with the pair of leggings. Yeah, it did work. I think I have a video. If I do, I have it linked below. But yeah, I did. When I was having like in the Zoom meetings or whatever, I would cover my hair or wear a scarf or something if I didn't want people in my business. And but yeah, that's how my hair went through that phase. But then sometimes I felt like Wakanda Forever, that it was fire. Okay, I loved when it was shrinking and compacting, because it felt like a style to me, because my hair had been longer as a loose natural, but now it was shrinking and compacting into a shorter style. And so I really enjoyed that. I love this particular look that I had. This was another photo that I enjoyed from, I think this might have been November, December of 2020. My hair had started to shrink up. Once again, go to side swoop, okay? And so I just enjoyed it. But you can see here, my texture of my hair is probably like a 4B, I would say 4B. And as it began to change, you know, my texture started to change as well, you see. But it was still, you can still tell the 4A, 4B type of hair, whatever that I have. I don't really know what it is, but loose natural hair, okay, textured hair. And I just loved that I was able to do it myself. I was able to get onto the Wendy Williams virtual set with this hair. So that's another memory of my Loc journey, and I just love it. And so each picture is just, to me, it feels different. The makeup may have been different, the hair style would have been different. Wendy was trying to get me in trouble, child. Told me to block my mom and daddy. Oh my goodness. So I didn't listen to her. This was a recent picture from last week that I figured, girl, take some pictures of your current hair. I was slacking on taking pictures, and so I could still see my hair transforming. Even though it's been 2 years, I can still see that my hair is transforming. Once again, that side pony thing that I love, and I'm looking forward to more of this journey. That was me on jury duty, child, in the waiting pool. That was me getting ready to, I don't know, do something. I do use conditioner on my hair on occasion. I don't use it all the time, but I just realized that my hair loves water, and my hair likes to be conditioned at least maybe once a month or something of that nature, just so that it stays pliable. I don't want my hair to feel like a Brillo pad. And I feel like sometimes people feel like you shouldn't condition your hair, you shouldn't do this. I just take my journey day by day and just enjoy the process and listen to my hair, and just try different things, because while I'm not a professional, I feel like I know my own hair. I don't use a whole lot of products in my hair. I do use the palm roll method to retwist my hair about once every month, but sometimes it feels like I need it maybe every 3 weeks sometimes, because my hair seems to be going through growth spurts and things, and so I just listen to my hair and do a light retwist, if it feels like it needs it. But I do like to space it out at least a month or even 5 weeks. But I don't want my hair to marry. I love to put the bonnet on my hair. I always protected my hair. Once again, here we go, matured locks with a side pony. I did like to wear a lot of hats and caps and things of that nature when I was doing like some influencer videos. When we were forced back to work in 2021, I kept my hair covered, and so I feel like that has helped me to sustain and enjoy the journey. And so this is my lock journey, and I will come on now and show you my hair in real time. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed my lock journey chatter. You too, trust the process. I've got a couple of notes here, but yeah, the main thing that I can tell you is to trust the process if you are thinking about locking your hair. Also, know that everyone's journey is going to be different. My hair started to experience budding and bunching early. It started to lock within a matter of a couple of months or so. But go back and watch my journey. I documented from day one, week one, month one, and so on. And so I have gotten to year two, and I do have my journey documented. If you are interested, like I said, everybody's journey is definitely going to be different. What I found was early on that water was good for my hair. I did a lot of research before going natural. I did a lot of research before locking my hair. And so I thought, oh, you don't need to wash your hair. You need to let it stay dry and dirty and dusty for 2 or 3 months before you wash it. I tried that for a couple of weeks, and ooh, just thinking about it make my flesh crawl. My scalp was not having it. My hair was like, girl, So I watched some videos of people who wet their hair, and they explained that hey, water is good for your hair, and I trusted that, and I didn't get in there and just scrub, scrub, scrub. But I was gentle with it, and I just really felt like water was good for my hair to help it to expand and compact. I feel like that water. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like that process helped it to love up on itself. And I tried to make sure that my hair did not marry, because I've got a different texture hair in some spots of my hair, and I could feel like those strands. It was like, oh, what is going on? It was just like they were just wandering. But I tried to keep them under control. I did the braiding and banding method while I did, shampoo my hair. I didn't use conditioner right away. No, no, no. Maybe a few months in, I think I started to put a little conditioner on my hair, and it just seemed to work for me. And like I said, I do use conditioner maybe once a month or something like that, because I don't want my hair to feel scratchy. And when I have gone without properly maintaining my hair, I can tell that it is a different feel. It looks dusty sometimes, And so the more I cleanse my hair and spritz it with water or rose water or some type of leave-in product, I can tell, okay, this is the hair that I want on my head. But again, everybody's journey is different. You do you. And I'm gonna, continue to maintain. I have not been to a loctician. I don't know if I'll ever go to a loctician. I just don't know. In the beginning, I tried to find someone to do my hair professionally, but again, we were in the beginning of the pandemic. Everything was shut down. We had no idea what we were about to go through with 2020 and even up until now, but especially everything was like at a standstill. And so I think I've done a pretty decent job maintaining my hair. Um, Loc Forever, if one day I happen to wake up and want to not have locks anymore, I would not hesitate to do another big chop. I would not spend a minute trying to take this down and make it lose natural hair again. I just know I would just let it grow out maybe and snip it at the roots and start over. I just could not. Personally, I just could not do that. Sometimes I do think about taking my lock, starting over with the big chop or going back to a loose natural. But I don't know. It's not today, but who knows? It just depends on how the journey is. And again, it's for me, it's only hair. When I big chopped my hair down, it was only hair. It grew, and so I just accept it as what it is, hair, and it will hopefully grow back. And if it doesn't, girl, they got wigs and weaves and all kinds of bald head spray I can put on, okay? But yeah, I think those are all the notes that I had. But with my hair, like I said, one of my favorite styles is to wear the side pony. And today I didn't get a chance to post the video on the actual date of the Lockiversary. It was the 56th anniversary of the King assassination. 54, I think it's 54 years. And so that was going on. Work was so busy. When I got into the building at work today, we had like a whole influx of people in there. I was like, what? I thought maybe someone from the board was there, but it was actually, we had grief counselors there because one of our students passed away. And so that was another something going on. That was just, you know, my Loc journey was on the back burner. Okay. And then I'm working on inventory for equipment, like almost 1.8 million worth of equipment that I got to find by myself. So you know how that goes. But anyway, with the hair though, I didn't get a chance to come on the actual day, but you know what? I have to realize it's okay. It's going to be okay. The video is going to be evergreen, and you'll find it whenever you find it. Um, the things that I have challenges with my hair. I think not keeping it moisturized because I feel like water is good for my hair. The more I keep it watered, the better it responds. But sometimes I get lazy. While I do love my bonnet, sometimes I'm tired and I just fall into bed. And with that, as I have gotten more relaxed with putting my bonnet on at night, I am finding more lint in my hair. First, I thought it was gray hair. I'm like, no, it's lint. So, but sometimes it's a combination. I got a little gray around in here. Every now and again, I'll see a couple of sprigs, but not a whole lot of gray. But I do see the lint in my hair. And so, with that, what I do, I'll take some tweezers. If I can reach it, I'll just take the tweezers and pull it out. And then I'll vow to myself to keep wearing a bonnet. Another thing I noticed, and I don't know how it happened, I have a couple of what they call two-headed dragons, meaning it's one lock, but then it looks like it has something that's happened that it's got two ends on it. And of course, I won't be able to find it because you're on here live with me. But at some point, I'll come back in an update and show you if I can, remember. But yeah, I got a couple of two-headed dragons. I do have a couple that I need to combine because again, I started my locks from box braids from the African braiders. And so, they had it precise. With that, not going to a professional loctician, perhaps I needed maybe a little bit of a larger foundation on some spots because of the texture of my hair. I have a fine textured hair, and I did combine some as I put them together because they did feel a little too small. But I am finding there are a couple that I need to combine together within my hair because it's kind of tiny as compared to, these locks. It might be a couple in there that feel like, oh, a little tiny. And so I know I need to combine it or it's going to probably fall off. I don't know. What else? I think that lint has become a problem, the two-headed dragons, and then a couple of the ones that need to be combined. Due to everything that was going on, jury duty and work and everything, I did not get a chance to count my locks. So I will have to come back and do another update and count my locks because I don't remember how many I have. I did count I think my box braids. I don't remember how many I had. I will remember to link that video below as well. But yeah, so I don't think since I'm not really live, I'm recording because I wasn't sure whether my camera was going to have enough juice on it because you know how life just keeps on lifing, right? And so I think that's everything I really wanted to talk about, but just trust the process. And if you're thinking about locking your hair, if you're not comfortable starting your locks on your own, go to a professional. Again, I've started with Two Strand Twists, but there are different methods with the traditional method, or you can go sister locks, or you can do a myriad of things in between. You can micro lock and start on your own, or go to people. But I just feel like I felt empowered after all the frustration of starting my locks on my own. And I've always maintained my own hair since being natural, even relaxed. I maintain my hair sometimes. So I've always loved playing in my hair. I wanted to be a beautician, a professional beautician, but that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, that did not work out. But life just worked out the way that it did. But I've always had an affinity for hair and makeup and all that stuff too. So just everything that I do right now on my channel. So let me see if I have any other thing. But yeah, I am just going with it. I love it. If I ever decide to change, it wouldn't be a hesitation to just chop it off. So if you have any questions or any comments about the hair, let's dialogue in the comments. I don't want to hold you here too long. So thank you for watching the video. If you like my locks, if you want to subscribe, make sure you do that. I would appreciate it. It helps with the algorithm and YouTube figuring out, oh, okay, she's a natural hair channel. Or what's she doing over there? But anywho, I thank you so very much for watching. Subscribe if you're interested. And I will see you in another video. Let's see, how do I get out of here? I'm kind of live, not really, but kind of. I'm like Memorex, it's like, girl, what you doing? But anywho, we're going to figure out something to throw in here. We'll put this one up and then we're going to get out of here and I'll see you in another video. Bye, y'all.